Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for tuning in to the RNN Group's webinar today on HN Flex, a brand new offering for the group. And I, Lucy Barnwell, the Director of Marketing for the group, I'm really delighted to present HN Flex to everyone out there. This is something that both employers and, of course, students will really benefit from learning more. So I'm going to share my screen now, and I'm going to do a presentation on HN Flex. So here we go. So HN Flex is a relatively new course available for students at a higher education level. So that's generally at level 4 and above, and we will explain a little bit more about levels and the various options you can take. HN Flex is a modular, stackable, bite-sized route to full higher national skills and qualifications. So it's tailored learning to real life, real jobs, and what we call real ambitions. And that's really important to us here at the group. We want learners to be able to come in, do these skills courses and find that career for them, reach those ambitions and aspirations they have for themselves. That's a huge part of what we want to do for our learners here at the group. So this is the content today that we're going to go through. So there will be general questions and information, course content, higher skills courses. We will go through a variety of options, career and job opportunities, funding information, entry requirements, progression and further study. That's what we're going to go through today. So you will probably know that we have a university centre in the middle of Rotherham. If you don't, here it is, University Centre Rotherham on Doncaster Gate, and it's built in 2018 specifically for giving our local communities the opportunity to take on higher education learning options. And that's a crucial part of the University Centre offering. We have diversified a lot from traditional degrees, and we now offer a lot of higher skills options for learners in the area too. So there is something for everyone. So a few questions. What is HN Flex? Who can enroll on it? And how do these courses differ? So there are a few slides that will showcase later, but as it is bite-sized chunks available for level 4 and above. You can do up to about, I think, 6 modules at a time. You can enroll after doing a level 3. So that's a BTEC or an A-level or a level 3 or a T-level qualification. And it could be that you decided not to go on to university and that a few years later you now want to go back to university and do a few courses at higher level. These could be courses for you. And they do differ from traditional degree programs. So traditional degree programs last for 3 years generally. Or you can do smaller degrees within that, so a level 4, so as an HNC and then an HND, and then take it on to a full degree. These are modules, so bite-sized chunks that could last 6, 7, 8 weeks, for instance, and are specific areas within an area that you're interested in. So it could be HR within business, for instance, or marketing within business. It gives you that opportunity to study those specific areas. So for learners who want to know more, you can learn at your own pace. You can fit your study around work and life. And this is really important. We are offering many more higher educational opportunities for people to fit around life. So if you have a family or if you have a job, and you don't want to give up those because you can't, obviously these need to continue. Traditional degrees will not allow you to do that alongside life. And so these skills options have allowed learners to get higher level degrees whilst managing a job, looking after a family. And that's the important thing. It flexes around learners rather than the other way around. Learners shouldn't have to flex around institutions. So you study individual learning units from level 4 and 5 qualifications when you need them. It's not a full program commitment. It's a cheaper commitment too. You can stack units over time towards a full HNC or HND, which I will explain a little bit later. And they're short, focused learning, ideal for working professionals, career changers, and continuous professional development too. For employers, if you're listening out there, this allows you to upskill your workforce really quickly and cost effectively, and it can focus on the relevant skills that you need within an employee's daily job. So upskill, reskill your staff in targeted areas without overinvestment to support ROI for your organization, efficiency and growth. It's targeted investment in your team, which makes it very different to other degrees and other skills programs because it's more bite-sized chunks. So a learner could have a go at one unit and think they like that and can manage that unit alongside a job and family and develop and go in for more units. So it's a really flexible way to learn. Why is it called the HM Flex? So are these theory courses theoretical, practical, or both? They are both. So you get a bit of theory and a bit of learning because you can get on-the-job learning and support. They usually are bite-sized chunks, so around 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 weeks, so short courses, and it really depends on you as well. And you can do that part-time and online too, and have that support. So it's very much hybrid learning. So really supportive in terms of that learning, those learning options. So this is the part where we talk to you about higher educational qualifications, which we know can be very, very difficult to understand and difficult to get around. So deciding on what course to take from level 4 onwards can be a huge minefield. And there are many options, and we hope this little snippet within this HM Flex webinar will give you an idea of how it all works together. So first of all, you've got access to HE. So for those adults that may have not got their level 3 and are looking to go in area but have a lot of practical experience, these access to higher educational courses are university recognised and help develop your skills so you can progress onto an HE course, even if you didn't go get the technical qualifications at A levels. So those give you that sort of foot in the door for the career that you want. Your next step is to go into a level 4 qualification. That's including foundation degree, higher technical qualification, HTQ, or an HNC. So you can see the stepping stones here. And then you've got HN Flex, which is what we've just been talking about. So HM Flex offers students a chance to study stackable skills within a higher national qualification with progression onto HNCs or HNDs, having achieved a certificate or unit credit. So it allows you to do those combination of 4 units and move through to an HNC or an HND qualification. And then HNC is equivalent to the first year of university. And your next step is an HND, which is equivalent to the year 2 of a university degree. So you can build on your HN Flex with an HNC, moving on to an HND, and you can do this part-time online with support from your centre of choice. And this is the great thing about these higher skills opportunities for learners nowadays. It's not a fixed full commitment. It's something you can do and work around your life. And then a higher technical qualification combines both these years all in one go, so level 4 and level 5. And these are really practical, so you've got a lot of in-work support and in-work practical development ready for your chosen career. And the thing is, these have been developed as the next step to T-levels, HTQs, which is why they're so becoming really popular now, because they're very much practical aligned as well. And your next step will be to do an apprenticeship or even an undergraduate degree. So we'll talk about higher end degree level apprenticeships because we are getting a lot of queries about apprenticeships today, whether at level 3, level 2, or even level 4 and above. So higher end degree level apprenticeships. They're a great way to earn where you learn. That's the most important thing. Many people get their employers to pay for their apprenticeship because it's that 1 day in the class and 4 days in work. Or it could be a few hours each week with additional homework in the evening. So you get dedicated skills tutors. It's highly practical, as I've just said. There's lots of group delivery and peer-to-peer support when you're doing that learning ready for the practical side of things. It's hugely inclusive, support from your employer, your provider, and the awarding body too. So lots of opportunities to make the most of the learning here. It's much more small sessions and flexible entry. And as you can see, you get paid, you gain professional experience. You won't have to pay any study costs as they're co-funded by the employer and the government. And many apprentices end up staying with the same company they did whilst qualifying at that company. So you do have to remember, though, it's a real job. You have to get to work on time and do what's expected of you. There's lots of learning and studying. It is more difficult because you've got an apprenticeship alongside your job as well, but you'll get paid. and then you'll be paying tax and national insurance on that. So you need to learn to live on a budget. So it's a great way of learning that budgeting as a halfway point. So then what you can look at is a foundation degree, which is level 5, offers a lot of combination of workplace learning and academic study, carries the same weight as 2/3 of a bachelor's degree. So very much like the HTQ, but more traditional route. And it's the first 2 years of an honours degree. They're looking to more formalise their workplace knowledge with theoretical qualifications. And, you know, that will lead you on to the full degree, which is your bachelor's degree. And that's your 3rd year. And you can obviously leads you to a master's degree, which you can do within teaching here at the RNN Group at University Centre Rotherham. So that then gives you the full gamut of what's available at our University Centre Rotherham and how it works and how it could fit into where you are and what you're wanting to achieve in your career. So will these courses improve my career prospects? Absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt. It's very well known that people who do have university degrees end up earning £100,000 more in their lifetime than others. It gives you opportunities. This is the important thing: opportunities for career development and reskilling. And really, you know, is that more professional approach in terms of the types of jobs that you get when you complete a degree or a higher educational qualification. And yes, employers recognise these qualifications. HN Flex is being employer-led along with the government. The government's agenda is to develop skills. Skills are absolutely crucial in today's economy. And we are pushing those skills courses to develop those skills in our communities for people to go into those areas that we need those skills: health, construction, all of these areas, engineering, to ensure we are developing the needs of our economy for the future. And yes, these stackable elements can certainly help you switch careers. Transferable skills are an important part of switching careers, but HN Flex, especially with those stackable elements in various areas, can allow you to switch careers if you want to, or even give you a more of a passion for an area within your current career that you may want to hone in on and develop too. And then, are there free higher skills courses available? As we talked about, the apprenticeship schemes are paid for by the government and your employer. So that's certainly a free courses. Others are not free. You could look at them in terms of your salary and whether you may get some funding support for some of the courses. And an HN Flex module last time looked is around about the £200 mark for a module. And really, it's something to talk to your employer about, whether they would consider sponsoring you for these HN Flex opportunities. And it may be they do pay that, but you may have to stay with the company for to ensure they get some benefit from your learning. So that might be something you may have to consider. Financial support is very much available for students doing degrees. We do have some careers and financial support pages, bursary pages on the University Centre Rotherham website. And we have a new lifelong learning entitlement coming out for September 2026, which is very exciting. That's a bit more flexible for learners in terms of doing these higher courses. So I would suggest that if you are really interested in this area, do type in lifelong learning entitlement into Google and find out more from the government websites about what is available for you. Alternatively, do look at our University Centre Rotherham website and the bursary information and assistance that is available. For these prior qualifications, for most of these, maths and English GCSE is very important, and there aren't really many age restrictions for any of these courses. They are all for adults to be able to look at and enjoy and upskill and reskill. We're constantly looking at and needing people with skills and professional skills elements within their educational settings. So it's really important that there are no barriers regarding age at this point. We want to ensure adults have every skill possible to realise their career ambitions and aspirations. So Yes, you will get recognised certificates and qualifications from any of these higher skills courses. And regarding transfer of credits, that is all dependent on each institution. So I would suggest if you are thinking of transferring courses to another institution, get in touch with that institution. Most institutions will want to help. That's the most important thing. They'll want to find positive ways to be able to support you, but every person's individual situation is different. So the best thing to do is ring up the institution to see whether that transfer is possible. So if you do have any queries about transferring of credits, transferring of courses, information about bursary or finance support, here are the numbers for University Centre Rotherham and the email as well, and where we are based. So do get in touch. We are absolutely happy to help at any point with anything that's been mentioned in this webinar. And it finally leaves it open to questions. But if there are no questions, which I don't see at this point in time, then what I'll do is say a huge thanks. This is a whistle-stop tour for the HN Flex, which is an important part of the new offering for skills development from the government. And a huge thank you to everyone listening and who will watch this after this event. We do know we get a lot of people looking at our webinars post the event itself. So thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for tuning in. And we look forward to seeing you at a webinar in the near future too. Thank you then. Bye-bye.